The second lawsuit that's been filed, Representative Cabello,
Yep.
broader than the first, and kind of giving you an opportunity maybe to revise the extended stay-at-home order before a hearing on Monday. Your thoughts to that? Are you considering it? What do you think?
No, I think it's a similarly irresponsible lawsuit. We're in the business here of keeping people safe and healthy. That's what the stay-at-home order has been about. And I just think that lawsuit is just another attempt at grandstanding.
In the same vein, Eric Hong with ABC7 wants to know, does the litigation have a point? Argues that many mom and pop retailers should be allowed to open if big box stores are operating. Similar shops can observe similar social distancing protocols. Why not allow those small business owners to do more than just drive up and delivery?
Yeah, one of the challenges that's come up during this crisis has been that, again, the list of essential services and businesses that are open focuses in part on grocery stores. But as you know, many big box stores have a grocery store inside them, which allows them under this order to stay open. They also have other aisles and other products that they sell. So that's one of the unfortunate challenges of this. Small mom and pop, as Eric is calling them, stores, the small business people, what we've tried to do for them is pickup and delivery for any kind of retail establishment to give them an opportunity to reopen. I am most concerned about those small businesses. It's one of the reasons we created, even in addition to the PPP program at the federal level, which I don't think has been great for those small businesses, we created a grant program at the state level to just provide $25,000 grants to local small businesses. There is no doubt about it that the first thing that I want to be able to do across the state is to open up those smallest of businesses. Those folks have risked their lives, risked their livelihoods rather, all of their savings to open up a business, and along comes this terrible pandemic that no one expected. And it's devastating, specifically those small businesses. So we're working hard to figure out how to make that happen. And of course, we will, give some guidance and guidelines for stores about social distancing, how many people can be in a space, certain number of people per square feet, just like you hear from a fire marshal, for example. But it is a top concern of mine to open small businesses as soon as possible.
We have a very similar question coming in from Greg Bishop at the Center Square, also from Craig Wall, Channel 7, and my colleague Mike Flannery, Fox 32.
All with the same question?
Pretty much.
We're on the same conference call?
I'm trying to tie them up with a bow
Great,
here today. So in regards to this second lawsuit, they're also hoping, the legislator can get back. They want to have a conversation about all this. Is that a possibility? Why not work with the entire legislature to pass a law clarifying such powers in order to be able to go back during a situation like a pandemic?
Understand completely, and just please, everybody should understand that under the executive order, the legislature has the ability to meet. There's nothing barring the legislature from meeting. Obviously, they have to follow social distancing guidelines and other things, but they are considered essential, as are governments around the state. And so that's something that'll get decided by the leaders and the members themselves about whether and how to meet. I have suggested to the legislature that if they want guidance, and I think they will want guidance, about how to do it safely, because that's the most important thing. We just don't want anybody getting sick. As to whether they meet today, a week from now, or a month from now, whenever that may be, we need to make sure that all the people who work in the Capitol for those legislators, as well as all the legislators, are safe. And so I have suggested to them they may want to get guidance from our IDPH or from epidemiologists, well-regarded epidemiologists in the state who would know how to design a plan for them to meet.